What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Ron 2's Motivation and Conversation, where I am your host, Ron Lyles, and it is my job to make you think and motivate you to keep you going, growing, and flowing into a life of a better and more improved you. Listen, wherever you're watching me from in the world today, I say to you, hello. Yes, sir. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about, once again, part 2, the power of affirmation. The power of affirmation. Now, this is such a good topic, such a great topic. I just can't see us stopping here. We will eventually circle back around to this. We will, because this is such a weighty and meaty topic. There's so many different things that we can discuss and talk about concerning the power of affirmation. So don't just look for a part 1 or part 2, but just keep your eyes and ears open. Look out for a part 3, possibly part 4. Who knows? But we will eventually circle back around to this. And with that being said, always remember that if you like or love any of the content that we're putting out on this channel, please, ma'am, sir, do me a favor and hit the subscribe and like buttons and hit the notification bell and share it. All right? So you all can stay up to date and be notified on any brand new content that we're putting out on this channel. All right? Again, thank you for watching. Thank you. Now, for those of you that aren't following me on social media, my Instagram handle is @officialronlyles. Once again, it's @officialronlyles. My Facebook is Ron Lyles. You can search me out. Look for me, Ron Lyles. I would love to have you all be a part of my social media family. Well, let's dive into this part 2. Let's dive in. Last episode, I covered the definition of affirmation. And so we're going to briefly look at it again because I'm going to be talking about the back end of this definition. All right, let's look at it right now. To affirm, it means to state, to confirm, to express agreement with or commitment to uphold or support. Here's the back end. To support someone by giving approval, recognition, or encouragement. Now, this episode is really going to highlight the back end of this definition. To support someone by giving approval, recognition, or encouragement. Now, I want to deal with affirmation today from the standpoint of approval, encouragement, and support. All right? Affirmation is really, really important for the health of relationships. And I don't care if it's a marriage, if it's your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your best friend. Affirmation is very important in the health of relationships. Watch this. Our words can be the launching pad for someone else's belief in themselves. Literally, our words can be that launching pad. Our words can unlock the potential in somebody else's dream. Our words can unlock the potential in someone literally believing in themselves. Somebody could be on the brink and just need that affirmation. They need that extra push. Literally, what's in our mouth can unlock that for somebody. So we have to believe it, and we really have to encourage and speak these truths and speak these things in our relationships for good health. Watch this. Affirmation can be the oatmeal and the grits that aids the appetite of someone else's growth. I'm going to say that again. Affirmation can be the oatmeal and the grits that aids the appetite of someone else's growth. And when we think of oatmeal, when we think of grits, when we think of cream of wheat, they're all cereals that stick to your bones and provide that substance for healthy appetites. When we offer our approval, our encouragement, and support, it literally can stick with someone and be their fuel for improvement and success. Oh, yes, it can. People remember words. People remember affirmations, especially coming from somebody that they're in relationship with. They remember the approvals. They remember the encouragement. They remember the support. And that can literally stick with them. And that can help them. And that can help fuel them on their journey to success. Now let's look at this. We're going to look at this. We're going to look at support by approval. Support by approval. And I do want to say this, growing up in a musical family, music has pretty much been my life. All of my life. Literally from the time I was a child. You know, I have parents that pretty much did music all their lives. My father was in a group. My mother was in a group with her mother and siblings. And so I pretty much didn't have a choice. It pretty much just inevitably came down and fell upon me. But I always sought my parents' approval when it came to music, in the area of music. And I'll never will forget this. I'll never will forget my very first solo when I was a kid. I literally was terrified. I was scared. I was nervous. I was shaking because it wasn't something that I was used to. I wasn't used to having people look at me while I rendered to them my gift. I didn't know if they liked it. I didn't know if they would think I was just some cute little kid but couldn't sing. And so I was literally scared. But I never will forget, my dad saw something in me. My mother saw something in me, and they began to just affirm me in my gift. I began to sing with them more. I began to travel with them. So to the point to where we eventually had our own family group because of their affirmation. Their affirmation brought approval to me. And so it shaped my gift. And so now singing is second nature. Getting on stage is like drinking water. Why? Because long ago I was approved. I was affirmed by way of approval by both of my parents, my mother and my father. They made sure that I knew how they felt about me. They made sure that I knew how they believed in me. And that helped propel me to where I am now as a vocalist. As they affirmed me, my confidence began to grow. This is a part of relational affirmation. When you affirm people by way of approval, guess what? Their confidence is going to grow. They're going to see things a little bit more differently, but they're going to walk in a new confidence. They're going to walk in a new stride. They're going to believe in themselves more. They're going to receive this thing unto themselves. And guess what? You're going to see a total attitude and mindset shift from them. And they'll be able to flow into the realm of success that they were destined to be a part of. Why? Because of your affirmation of approval. All right? Let's look at the second. Support. Watch this. Here we go. Support by recognition. Support by recognition. Watch this. Gerard Ickadale is quoted as saying, recognition is the greatest motivator. All right? Recognition is a form of appreciation. Check this out. Anybody remember the times when they would bring those grade cards home? Now, if it was a bad one, you didn't want to rush to give that to your parents. Oh, no, you didn't. If it was a bad one, some of you even hid your grade cards. Some of you forged signatures on your grade cards. Why? Because you knew that it wasn't going to be something that you would be recognized for. You wasn't going to get that affirmation. But if you had a grade card that next grading period, or a grading period where you knew you worked hard, you knew you did your work, you knew you aced your test, you know you put forth the effort and your grades are reflecting that, or you rushed home, you couldn't wait to hold that grade card up and show it to your parents, or show it to your guardian, show it to your family. If you made honor roll, you were super excited. You made super honor roll, you were super excited. If you made whatever improvements you made, you were excited. Because why? You knew that it would garner you recognition for your work. In essence, when you affirm people by way of recognition, you motivate them to want to do better. Why? Because they want that feeling again. Yeah, they want that feeling of just appreciation. It's something about it. It grips your heart. It brings joy to you, and you want to feel that. You want to feel that again. You don't want to just feel that one time, but it motivates you to go back and say, hey, if I did it this time, I can do it better this time. Yeah, if I did it before, I can do it again. It is a motivation in recognition and appreciation. Listen, my high school choir director could be as tough as they came, but she was very honest, and she loved us with all of her heart. And literally, I worked hard in her classroom. I worked hard believing that one day she would recognize my giftings and recognize the work that I was putting in. And so every now and then she would let me know. she would tell me that she sees it. She would let me know how hard I work. And at the end of the year, we would have these award ceremonies. And literally, I would sit there and one year she caught me off guard and she gave me an award for being most improved. And literally, it made me want to come back that next year and do even more, be even better. Why? Because she recognized my work. She recognized my giftings. She affirmed me by way of recognition, by way of appreciation. She gave me that affirmation. And so it gave me an even more of a confidence in her classroom. It gave me even more of a confidence in her classroom because now I really, really had hardware and proof to believe in myself that I could really excel and be all that I could be in that classroom, in that music room. And so support or affirmation by recognition is very, very important. When you're with somebody, recognize their work. It's just like my wife. My wife is one of the best cooks known to man. But every now and then, guess what she does? She slides me that plate. Or whatever she's cooking up. If she's baking, she slides me that batter. And she says, honey, taste this. Baby, taste this. Let me know if I need this. Let me know if I need that. And if I say, nah, honey, it's good. I taste it up. Honey, it's perfect. It's amazing. Her eyes light up. Why? Because she's looking to me to recognize something that she does. She's looking to me for recognition. She's not going to say it, but every now and then, she wants to just feel appreciated. Affirmation through recognition. Affirmation, watch this. Let's jump back up. Affirmation through approval. This stuff goes hand in hand. And so when you affirm people through approval, when you affirm people through recognition and appreciation, guess what? It motivates them. It gives them a fire. They'll want to do better and they'll want to be better. Check it out. This is the last one. Affirmation and support by encouragement. Support by encouragement. Now I will say this. Encouragement is one of the most powerful tools that we can offer someone in the form of affirmation. I know people that are still alive today because someone affirmed them by way of encouragement. Yeah, they were at their lowest point, and literally somebody encouraging them. Someone's affirmation by encouraging words literally saved their life, and they're still here today to talk about it. Listen, you got to understand that encouragement is that support that lifts people up and helps them understand that they can make it. Yes, they can do better. They can be better. This is not the end all be all. You can move forward. We have to learn how to encourage each other. We have to learn that affirmation through encouragement, definitely in our relationships. Affirmation through encouragement is very, very, very important. We have to learn how to lift our brother up. We have to learn how to lift our sister up. In their down times, in their lowest points. Literally, we have to learn to encourage them. I'll never forget, some of my wife's closest friends are people that literally was there for her in her lowest moments in life. They were there for her in her lowest times in life. Some of my closest friends are people that were there for me when the door closed, when the lights were off, and literally I was experiencing some of my lowest moments. Those guys, those people came through and showed me true brotherhood, showed me true love through affirmation by way of encouragement. They picked me up when depression should have taken me out. When depression should have made me less of a husband, less of a father. These people came and affirmed me by way of encouragement, and it let me know that I could make it. I'm going to end out part 2 of this episode with this story. One of the greatest moments of affirmations came by way of a movie called Forrest Gump. Oh yes. It came by way of Forrest Gump. One of my favorite scenes in that movie is when Forrest is running from the bullies. They're in the truck. He's limping with the braces on his legs. He can't get away. Throwing rocks at him. They're hitting him. Every day they would tease Forrest. But one day, Jenny was standing by the side of the road. And she uttered these words. She said, "Run, Forrest, run." Run, Forrest, run. And literally, as she began shouting those words, he's still in braces, but she's limping. I mean, he's limping. He's limping and limping. And eventually, she's saying, "Run, Forrest, run." And eventually, that limp turned into a hop. That hop turned into a jog. And that jog turned into a full sprint. And as he began to run into a full sprint, the braces fell off. And he literally ran from that day forward. What am I saying? I'm saying that your words of affirmation, and affirmation through encouragement, affirmation through approval, affirmation through recognition, literally, if we could learn how to affirm people by way of these things, literally the braces that are holding them back will literally fall off of them and propel them forward. I love you all. I thank you all for tuning in to this episode. And like I told you, we're going to revisit this again because this is such a weighty topic. There's so many things that we could talk about. We could talk about the negative forms of affirmation and how negative affirmations affect your daily thinking and how you walk these things out. So we will revisit this again. But I hope that you all enjoyed part 1 and this part 2. And as we circle course, eventually we will come back to this. So we'll see. But next episode, we'll talk about some more stuff right here. Ron 2's Motivation and Conversation. I love you all. And thank you so much for your support and your sharing. Like I said, hit that subscribe and like button. Hit that notification bell. Let me know that you're liking what we're talking about. I've got some more content and stuff coming on this channel. But stay tuned because I'll be back with another episode of Ron 2's Motivation and Conversations. All right? I love y'all. See you soon.